What's good, people? Welcome to another edition of RNS. We are back. It's been a minute.
Yeah, been a while.
Got the shades. Bro, I literally just saw you put your shades on, and I'm having a mare today.
yeah.
Not only, maybe it's Nigeria. Let's blame it on Tinubu, blood. What are you saying, man?
Oh, bro. Had a good 24 hours. Like the Nigeria result was definitely it was definitely one that I think was coming. I think it was one that was deserved. I think the way the Nigerians were talking after you, who did you beat? Was it Gabon? Who did you beat for
the semi-final or
the last game that you played where you man fought?
Benin, I think.
Benin. You man beat Benin 4-1. Thinking
4-0.
Was it 4-0? It was 4-1.
Are you talking about the semi-final? Or are you talking about the thingy that got us into the playoffs?
The game before this game.
Oh, Gabon, yeah, 4-1.
4-1. And I just think these Nigerians were getting a bit too ahead of themselves. And then God delivered and he gave you what you deserved. You call yourselves the in it boys, but you ain't in it. You ain't in the World Cup. You're not there.
Like, how long did that take you? How long did that one? You were picking that one, innit?
No, it's just you're not there. Like it's the most noise that comes from a nation that, yeah, you got that one AFCON a few years ago, John Mikel leading you to it, but don't do anything. Like, it's all bluster. Don't do anything. Oh, this player's Osman's world class. Oh, Lookman, Ballon d'Or. But you, man, just don't do anything.
Listen.
Don't do anything.
This is the thing, yeah, and I could go on and on about Nigeria, but for me, it's frustration. And my main thing is frustration because we clearly have talented players, but you can put it down to, you can say to Nibu if you want to, you put it down to the NFF. Like, why is it a game before, the day before the Gabon game, they boycotted training, bro?
Yeah.
They boycott training because they haven't been paid on time. Like, at what stage and don't get twisted, being Nigerian is, like, I know everyone else hates us and because we're the most popular country, whatever, but, and I can say this as a Nigerian, I love Nigeria, but I hate Nigerians. Do you know what I mean? Like, Nigerians are so, like, we are the architects of our own misfortune.
Yes.
So, like, when it comes to that, like, what are we doing? What are we actually doing in this situation? And then if we want to go into the game quickly, fair enough, the substitutions were crazy in the second half, and then it looks like we were playing for penalties. So if we were playing for penalties, fine, you're going for penalties. But then you're having your centre-back take your first penalty, and Calvin blasted it, bro. Like, that wasn't even on target, bro. Like, I'm going to have to speak to him while going in AFCON, because, like, what the hell was that?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So it's just jarring. Now, let's just win AFCON, because it's so annoying that...
You say let's just win AFCON. I just don't see it, bro. I don't see it.
Yeah, but you didn't see it last time we got to a final.
You didn't win it.
And yeah, 100%, but you never expected us to get to the final.
But that's the same argument as with England, right? It doesn't matter if Nigeria gets to a final.
100%.
You didn't win it.
Yeah, but you might not in AFCON, innit? So.
What would you rather be at AFCON or the World Cup? Come on, no, that's not even a question. That's not even a question. You'd rather be at the World Cup.
But you have more of a chance of winning AFCON. You don't have a chance of winning the World Cup.
What tournament would you rather be in? You'd rather be in the World Cup. What are we even doing here? Yeah, what are we even doing here? You know, like, this is cope right now because you're not at the World Cup.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
you'd rather be at the World Cup.
No. Okay, well, I don't know because, bro, like, you can get bounced out in the group stage. So what's the point of being there?
What are we doing?
No, but the same way you man are gonna get bounced out in the group stage. What's the point of being there?
But what are we doing? What tournament would you rather be in?
Like,
obviously the World Cup.
Yeah, but okay.
So I say, what would you rather be in, the Europa League or the Champions League?
No, that's the difference because if you ask that to a team that has no chance of winning the Champions League. If you say that to Nottingham Forest fans, yeah.
They'd still, brother, I could get Max Scott on the phone right now.
Yeah, that's Max Scott. But if you ask some people that live on Trent Bridge,
this is what the qualifiers done to you. This is what the qualifiers done to you.
Listen.
To say that to even think that I'd rather be in AFCON than the
I didn't
World
necessarily
Cup
say
crazy.
that. What I'm saying is that, listen, I'm not stupid. I would rather be in a World Cup than AFCON. But realistically, when you're a team that have no chance of winning the World Cup, and you have a good chance, because bear in mind, we've reached the most semi-finals. Whether we don't have the most AFCONs ever, but we've reached the most semi-finals. We're always in and amongst it, whether we flop, we flop. But if you're doing that perspective, and you think to yourself, would I rather be in a World Cup where if we don't get our act together, we can get 3 games and that's it.
What you're saying is insane, bro. It's like saying, would you rather be in the Euros or the World Cup? It's like, well, I'll skip the Euros and I'd rather be in the World Cup. Every single person. It's not even a 4. Bro, think about it. There's only about 6 teams. Really and truly, there's only 4 teams that can win the World Cup. Those other 40 other teams aren't
but there's teams that go into the round of 16, into the thingy, into the thing. Like, you man ain't touching the round of 16.
But, like, who knows what happens?
Yeah.
Like who knows? But who knows what happens, right? I'm not saying that we will. I'm not saying that we won't. But like, you got to be in it to have a chance. You man aren't even in the World Cup, bro. I got told because I was just going mad on social media earlier, just laughing at Nigerians, and I got told that's a bit excessive. By a few Nigerians say it's a bit, but I'm like, bro, the World Cup is excessive. They included an extra how many teams, and you still couldn't qualify?
And that's it, bro. That's the thing that smacks it the most.
Embarrassing. And for all those Nigerians, when Ghana didn't qualify for AFCON, were in my DMs and I was getting sent the boiled egg emoji. Hold that, bro. I don't know Goosey, bro. I do not know Goosey. I know Kontumre. I don't know.
What the hell is that, bro?
I don't know.
What the hell is
I don't know
even
Burner
that?
Boy. I know Stone Boy, bro.
Brother, name me 7 Stone Boy songs right now. Name me 7 Stone Boy songs right now, bro.
I don't know Pounded Yam. I know Kenke, Fufu, and Banku Tilapia.
Yeah.
That's what I know, bro.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know what's going on that side. I don't know Long Grain. I know Basmati. That's what I know. And I know that I'm going to be in the World Cup in America wearing my Ghana shirt because we made the World Cup and you man are not there for the second tournament in a row. With all that talent, I got told, what, a year ago, Victor Osimhen's a top 5 striker in the world. I've seen come off at half time. I said, but top 5.
He was injured.
Yeah. You're injured, but this is the World Cup.
Yeah, he was injured.
This-
But,
you're
bro,
injured,
we
this
wouldn't
is
even
the
get
World
into...
Cup.
Well, this is the thing. Like, there's
You
frustration...
man are just so finished. And then bear in mind, this week is the week where, like, the NFF aren't... Come on, man.
Yeah, bro.
We
shouldn't even been in that qualifying place to begin with. That's what smacks it the most. Like, we shouldn't have drawn to Lesotho. We shouldn't have drawn to Zimbabwe. Like, we are the architects of our own misfortune. So like, I can go on to how many people we'll get onto, but let's just enjoy AFCON, Sha. That's all I have to do now, innit?
Before we move on from this topic as well, bro, your manager coming in and saying that the reason why you lost is because they banged Judge.
They probably did, but still.
Yeah, but what a terrible look. Why am I looking at a green-eyed nigga telling me that the other team's banging Judge? I'm so sorry. Terrible look, terrible response. What the fuck you doing talking about voodoo, bro? Do you know how bad that makes like African football
because
look?
bro, like, fair enough for Sam. Sam done the interview, innit?
Yeah.
And fair enough, like, now that's just gone. I see Sky Sports doing it now. I see Sky Sports didn't even know when Nigeria were playing DR Congo, but now, like, it's just gone mad viral. And I'm just like,
that is terrible.
Bro, even my babe sent it to me, and I was just like, brother, like, they probably did bang Jude, but it was like, even if they did, you can't be saying that.
You can't be saying that. But honestly, bro, like, and obviously I'm doing a victory lap right now because you man are not getting to the World Cup and it's enjoyable. But like, that was embarrassing. Everything that happened over the last week of that international break was embarrassing.
Yeah, no,
it was crazy,
bro. Like, the fact, because brother, we barely got past Gabon. Like, we barely got past. We obviously blitzed them in extra time, but it was just the discrepancy when Ademola Lookman came off, when Osimhen came off, and we went 2 up top, and DR Congo were popping us, bro. And bear in mind, this is DR Congo without Yohan Wissa.
Yeah.
Like, fair enough, Twanzebe's decided he wants to be Congolese now, so is Wan-Bissaka in it, because the England thing is not there anymore, so credit to them. They're going to they're still not even into the World Cup, but they could go. But, man, like, it is... It should, I feel like Italy, bro. If Italy can miss 2 World Cups, so can Nigeria, innit? That's my copium, if not.
Yeah, fair enough, man. Fair enough. The spaghetti and the goosey will not be seen in America.
Spaghetti and stew low-key slaps.
Yeah, it does slap.
Low-key slaps.
It does slap, but it will not be seen in America. And what will be seen in America is Gary. What will be seen in America is Banku tilapia.
What's that?
Kontumre, bro.
Yeah, what the hell is that?
Like, it's spinach stew. It bangs, bro. It's different. And we're going to be enjoying it whilst we're out there because we've and the thing is, people can talk about Ghana's poor performances when it comes to AFCON. But when it comes to the World Cup, bro, we're there and things might happen and we might not. But we're there. We're in the dance. And unfortunately, you man are going to be sitting at home watching.
Congratulations for being participants.
So Kalista, who else? Clinton, who else?
God's power.
All of you niggas shouting on social media saying it's in God's hands. It's in God's hands.
Des as well.
Desmond, all of you all of you. Jay Harris, what are you doing? Why are you in Rabat, Jay? You're supposed to be covering Spurs. Why are you in Rabat watching Nigeria, bro? He's an adopted Nigerian.
Because we're the most populous country.
And on the Athletics dime, on their dollar, he went to watch Nigeria crash out. Insane. But we can move on. I tried to get out of me.
Yeah, I'm glad you did. Let's get on to a team that's actually made the World Cup. England made it 8 out of 8. Thomas Tuchel seems to be doing all right. We've come on in here and said that it doesn't feel right. I actually watched a bit of the Albania game because I just thought, you know what, why not? See what Gezim and them man are saying. But do you know what? The one thing I will say about Thomas Tuchel as a manager, like, do you know how hindsight's a lovely thing, innit?
Yeah.
Like, if England do win the World Cup and then we go back and look back and be like, oh, like, why didn't we think it wasn't going to work with Thomas Tuchel? The one thing I can say about Thomas Tuchel teams post-COVID is that he makes them hard to beat. He doesn't make teams like expansive and stuff like that. And even though England have the talent, I don't think that's the England we're going to see in this tournament. But I've always said in tournaments, it's about 4-4-2, do your top button up, sing the national anthem, and just put your best players out there.
Yep.
And I think Thomas Tuchel Loki gets it. And the one thing I think he will do for England is he will make England a very hard team to beat. Then it will be up to England and their talented players up front to figure it out. But that's how you win tournaments, bro.
Can you not argue that's what Gareth Southgate did?
Exactly.
That's what Gareth Southgate did.
Exactly my point.
So why are we going to get a German?
So this is my point. So, because that's exactly what Gareth Southgate did, and people didn't like it. People liked it during tournaments, but people didn't like it week in week, like international break, because you want to see the expansive football. You want England to play nice, but that's not what's going to happen. So fair enough, they got a German to do it now, and listen, we're saying this now. It might not feel the same, but if England are in the World Cup final and you're at MetLife, like, and they win, you're at. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, of course. And like this, I don't want this to be a self-fulfilling prophecy. Just because I called Thomas Tuchel not to do a good job at England doesn't mean that I want him to fail. I want him to succeed. I want England to do well. But this smells like 2010 Fabio Capello. Qualifying stage, amazing, right? I think we lost one game and won the rest of the games. We're going to that tournament, people saying, okay, cool. Previously, we had really talented players, but maybe Sven wasn't up to it. And then obviously McLaren comes in, it was an absolute flop. Now we've got a world-class manager that's tactically sound, that makes the team hard to beat. We're going to go into this tournament and we're going to be good. What happened? We went out in round 16 to Germany. I just think this smells like that, bro.
But if it was over the VAR, brother.
Yeah,
sliding doors moment, bro.
Sliding doors, but the thing is, sliding doors.
That was the equaliser, bro.
Why are we always on the other side of the sliding door? Why are we always walking into the glass? Why can't we get through the door, bro? Open the door, close the door. I am so confused. And when it comes to tournaments, we sit there confused, bro. We sat there after England lost in the final of the Euros, just confused. Like, how did we lose again in the final of the Euros?
No, but we were always losing that game, man. We were always losing that game. Like, come on.
Okay, Tony. Like, you say that, yeah, but again, sliding doors. When Cole Palmer scores that goal late,
because equaliser.
Any other normal kind of good team, if you score equaliser that late, more time you go on to win that game.
Yeah,
because the momentum.
They took it off the line. It was it Cucurella?
Bro, what by Cucurella, Superia? I don't know, bro. Like, just figure.
Spain and four. Spain and Quattro, blacks.
Yeah, bro, like, I'm just not feeling it. And then we need to talk about the nasty discourse when it comes to Jude Bellingham, right? Because you say do your top button up, pick your best players and get on with it. Jude Bellingham did start the previous game against Albania, but again, after the game, his name's in the headlines because apparently he comes off the pitch, his attitude wasn't great, his body language wasn't great, and Craig Hope's dedicated his whole life to slandering Jude Bellingham. He's done it again after the game, saying that he had the opportunity to show that he was a good teammate and he failed to take the opportunity. I just think what we're doing right now, Jude Bellingham, is a prime example of you're not allowed to have anything nice. We can't have nice things.
Yeah.
We're not allowed to have nice things. We don't deserve to have nice things because Jude Bellingham. And people are going to disagree with this. He's the best player we've produced since Wayne Rooney. He just is.
Yeah. Max said that, and I low-key agree. Oh, Harry Kane, though.
Brother, I'm just talking talent.
Yeah. Do you know what? So I totally agree with you, but then I said Harry Kane. We're going to look back at Harry Kane's career and we're going to say, like, yo, like, his Premier League record's ridiculous, bro.
Of course.
It's absolutely ridiculous. Like, this is, whether you like it or not, that's a talented brother.
Oh, bro, Harry Kane's incredibly talented, right? But Harry Kane had to go on loan to Leicester and to Leyton Orient and to Norwich and to Millwall before he came back and became Harry Kane.
Yeah, Jude Bellingham was at 17.
Bro, he weren't one of these Trent niggas or Saka niggas or Phil Foden niggas where they ain't going on loan because they are the real deal. Harry Kane had to go work for it. I remember when he broke through, it was like, And then he had his first season, and we're like, is that a one-season wonder? If that was a wonder kid, if they had a season like that, they're on the moon. Then nobody says that a one-season wonder. You're saying that he's here.
And he proved it.
He proved it. So he's worked to get there. But in terms of producing a talent, raw talent, Jude Bellingham's the best since Wayne Rooney, bro. And the fact that we are sitting here and having conversations about whether Morgan Rogers starts over him, what the hell are we doing, bro? I like Morgan Rogers. What the fuck do you know about
Cameron? Do you know what I mean, bro? This nigga played 10 fast. Do you know what it is? Yeah, I think this started off. I think now I can say it because the Euros is long gone. I think a lot has happened for both of us since the Euros, which we won't get onto. But I remember during the Euros, I remember Deck saying to me, like, and I remember we were in the Dorf. We were in the Dorf having a drink, and I remember we were talking about Bellingham, and they were saying, like, how Bellingham has no access, like there's no access to Bellingham whatsoever. And they were saying that his parents are involved and they don't want English media to speak to him. And apparently Kane got involved and said, like, as a captain, like, yo, like, you need to come speak to some of the media. Like, don't just say, and his parents were like, no, like, he doesn't have to, they don't want to. But his parents did that for a reason, for this exact reason, because he's not even speaking to the media. And look how and don't get twisted, it's not the whole media, because we work in media and we're not saying it, but it's the written journalists. I won't name names, but we already named Craig Hope, innit? So this is the thing. I think now that is just strained, and that's been strained for over a year now.
Yeah.
So any chance they can have to get onto him, and bear in mind he's not playing in England. This is why I think he will never play in the Premier League.
Why would he?
Why would he? He says I remember he said he wants to stay in Real Madrid for the rest of his life, and he's a good enough player to do that.
Nobody leaves Real Madrid if everything's going well. You leave Real Madrid if you're not. You see yourself not starting in future seasons. Like, nobody who's performing at the highest level of Real Madrid leaves. You know what I mean? Ronaldo left because he was pushed out the back door because he was getting older. Yeah. Like, nobody leaves Real Madrid if they're balling. Like you stay at Real Madrid, and so he should, bro. So he should. Like, you get the allure and the gloss of playing for Real Madrid. Niggas in this country don't watch you apart from when it's El Clasico, Champions League. They'll see the stats, they'll see the numbers, they'll see the goal, they'll see the celebrations. But oh, Jude Bellingham's balling. We're not watching you against Getafe. So, like, if I'm him, I stay there because the scrutiny of the Premier League is insane, bro. The scrutiny of the Premier League is brother. 2 years ago, Roy Keane said that Haaland plays like a League Two
player, bro. I thought about that the other day because I watched the Stick to Football with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. He was back on, and obviously Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and Haaland, because he's known him since Mulder, and he managed him. And like Ole and Roy Keane, they're boys.
Yeah.
They're boys. Like, he's gone over to Christensen's to go see him. Like, Ole must be like, bro, League Two. Like, I got what Roy Keane was saying.
I didn't.
No. Not as if like he's a League Two footballer, but when Haaland came, we didn't see the Dortmund Haaland. We saw him just finishing, and he didn't really have to do it in play. So, and then if it's not sticking to him constantly and he makes a couple of mistakes, you're just gonna. That was mad hyperbole by Roy Keane, but I got what you were trying to say. Like, it looked like, in comparison to City's balling and the way City play under Pep, Haaland just doesn't fit that mold, which you can say. That's an argument, but to say that, a League Two player, this is a brother that, and you know what it was? It was also, I think when Haaland came in, it kind of ruined the integrity of the Premier League, because the Premier League has, like, we always think the Premier League is the best in the world. Whether it's the most competitive and the best is two different things. But we, especially in this country, think like, if you can't have a career without, unless you're Messi, you can't have a career without doing it in the Premier League. Like, do you remember the thing that Messi hasn't scored against English clubs until he chipped, until he headed over Van der Sar? Yeah. And then it was Messi hasn't scored against Chelsea. Like, that became a thing until he finally dunked on everyone. Yeah. So, like, for us to rate you, you have to do it somewhere in the Premier League. And when it comes to the fact that Haaland came in at Dortmund, because we were always saying, like, even though, remember he scored at Anfield. He hasn't scored at Anfield under City, but he scored at Anfield when he was at Salzburg, right? And that was, like, he's been scoring for a long time. And when we got to the Champions League and he was breaking champion, and he was practically 1-1 in the Champions League. And I remember, even you said it, I don't want to put you on blast, but I remember you said it, like, I'm not sure if he does it. And I was like, what are we doing? Like, I know there's a top six and it fluctuates in the Premier League, but there's a lot of ass teams in the Premier League. Yeah. And also, like, nothing really changes, bro. Like, do you know how, like, some teams are now better than others, and right now you can have Sunderland up there and stuff like this? Bro, I was thinking this stuff has always happened in the Premier League, bro. Yeah. It is always, bro. I was watching the 06-07 the other day, bro, and it was 15 games into the league. The top four was United, Chelsea, level on points. Third and fourth was Portsmouth and I want to say Blackburn, but Portsmouth were third, bro. And this was Harry Redknapp Portsmouth.
Yeah.
I was just like, so imagine back then, this was 15 games into the league. Like, do you know what I mean? This stuff has always happened.
Yeah, I suppose the difference with Haaland is that no one has come to the Premier League
and taken it for a...
Yeah. No one's ever done that. So my problem with that, because you're right, when he first was coming over, I was like, I'm not too sure if he can do this because I've just never seen it before. I've never seen anybody come to Premier League and their numbers sustain or they improve.
Van Nistelrooy.
Van Nistelrooy, yeah, I want to see what his final season in
the only season
in Eredivisie was.
Oh no, he bagged in the Eredivisie,
Yeah.
but he came into the Premier League and replicated those numbers.
Yeah, they come down a little bit though. Haaland's numbers just stayed the same, bro. I'm assuming Van Nistelrooy was 1-1 in Eredivisie. Let me check.
Bro, he scored 90 something Premier League goals in 150 games.
Yeah, no,
and bear in mind some of them he was injured.
Yeah, for sure. Let me just check that.
He's probably back in like 30s.
But like, I just think that we've never seen it before. And for Roy Keane to have said that after he had data, after in his first season he scored 36 goals in 35 games, the City won the treble, I think was a little bit insane. But Jude Bellingham, if I'm him, let's have a look at Van Nistelrooy career statistics. So when he's at PSV, yeah. 29 and 23. Yeah, his numbers are gonna come down. But
what was his numbers in his first couple seasons?
Bro, 29 and 23 is stupid.
Yeah, that's stupid. But in the Premier League, they were like
23 and 32. So it's like
and then the second season,
2 every 3. Second season 25 and 34. It's 2 every 3, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 every 3. But
came down a little.
But Eredivisie is like 1.2 and 1.
Yeah, 1 point. I'm gonna score more than one goal in a game per game, bro. It makes no sense.
But Haaland did that in his first season. It was a goal a game, and that's what I think threw everybody off. And it kind of normalized the not normal. Like, he's not normal. He's the greatest goal scorer we have ever seen. Not the greatest footballer we've ever seen. I'm not claiming that. He's the greatest goal scorer we've ever seen by the metric that is most important, which is scoring fucking goals. He has scored the same amount of more international goals than Kylian Mbappe in like 40 less games. His record for Norway is more than 1-1. His record in the Champions League is more than 1-1. Yeah. He is the greatest goal scorer we have ever seen, and we just need to appreciate that. And for Jude Bellingham, who played with him at Dortmund, like, don't come to Premier League where you're not going to get appreciation, where if you have a couple of off games, it's like, oh, has he lost it? Stay over there and ignore the hate, do your thing. And okay, this is going to be a crazy statement.
Go on.
If Jude Bellingham is that guy and he's starting for England with Thomas Tuchel as manager, we should win the World Cup. We should win the World Cup. If Jude Bellingham's that guy, he's starting number 10 every game and Harry Kane's up top, and you're that guy, the expectation for you to drag us to win the World Cup.
Yeah, 100%.
That's the expectation.
Yeah.
So heavy is the head.
Yeah.
Heavy is the head. Like, and I sat back and thought about it, and I said, well, it's a wait and see situation, right? If Jude Bellingham, we're on the Jude Bellingham camp in terms of we think he's sick. If he's everything that we're saying he is, you got to drag us to it. Yeah. You got to drag us to it, which is scary.
It's scary, but this is the thing with Jude. Like,
that's the Ronaldo pressure. That's the Messi pressure. That's the Mbappe. Every World Cup, Mbappe is expected to drag France to win it.
Yeah,
and
listen, he done everything in his bloody power to do it.
He was almost 2-2.
Do you know what I mean? So he's done everything in his power. And speaking of Mbappe, he's now got 400 career goals, and he's only 2 away from the France all-time record, which is insane. But you know what? I might save this for another time because I had, like, we were talking about it on the Weekend Breakfast, and I spoke to Tony Cascarino, who played with a young Thierry Henry, and I said, listen, I was like, he's about to be France's all-time goal scorer at the age of, 25, 26?
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy enough as it is. And then I was like, where do you put him in France all-time greats? And he was like, not over Zidane. I said, okay, yeah, fine. Like, I could, for football purism, whatever.
Yeah.
But I was like, over Henry? He was like, no. And he said, I'll never do that. And he said, because of the humility side. And I was like, what do you mean? But this is the thing. I feel like this is a thing in this country. Like, because he was saying this about Ronaldo. And obviously, like, Ronaldo got sent off against Ireland. And Cass was saying it from an Irish perspective, like, he just made it all about him. And he feels he gets that with Mbappe too. And I feel like people do see that probably with Jude as well. And so maybe that's why people don't like him in a sense, because maybe he's that guy in Real Madrid, the celebration, like they're just it's nitpicking, and I think it's a bunch of BS. But at the same time, like, some people I think in this country we're especially because of the monarchy. Probably, if we really want to get really deep into this, we're made to be humble. We're not made to show and tell America. There's no British what's the British dream? Do you know what I mean? The British dream there is nothing. It's just do your top button up, bro, get the tube and cry about it.
I had a conversation with Darren Bent. We were doing like an NFL show, and I said, would you as a player have preferred it if we lived in a world like America where your salary was made public to everybody? And he said personally yes, because then it makes negotiations easier. I know he's on that. He goes, I would love it to be open. But I brought up, I was like, yeah, but the fans would absolutely kill you lot, and the media will kill you lot. He said, yeah, that's fair. That's probably the downside of it. And that's the thing about this country, bro. They want us to be meek and mild and thank you, sir, and ask for permission, not forgiveness, bro. Jude asked for forgiveness after he's done what he needs to do. He's not asking for permission. He's doing what he needs to do. And unfortunately, you know what? That's unfortunate as well. And as much as I've slandered Thomas Tuchel as England manager, he's a good manager. The personalities are too strong. Thomas Tuchel's a huge personality, and so is Jude Bellingham. And there's no other England player like that. Harry Kane is meow, like
he'll score by
Saka's the same. Phil Foden's the same. None of these niggas are gonna say boo if they get substituted. You know what I mean? Declan Rice ain't throwing a tantrum if he gets subbed. Like nobody is. Everybody's accepting the decision. Jude Bellingham's the only one who's like,
I'm him.
Yeah, and that's where I could maybe understand. He's different to everybody else. Yeah. Completely different to everybody else. Like he ain't having it. But yeah, I think the discourse around him is real nasty, and I feel like if he starts for England come next World Cup, we should win the World Cup. But let's see what happens. I want to quickly get, before we go to NFL, quickly get your theory on Cole Palmer.
Yeah, so I did say this because even Adrian Durham said today with the amount of number 10s we saw, like with Foden now, because apparently we can't play Foden, Kane, and pitch to get Foden, Kane, and Bellingham together on the pitch, even though he'd done it against Albania in the second half. Yeah. But anyway, I guess we were chasing the goal, so that's why he done it. But we won't see them start, yeah? So this is the thing. We now have these 10s. We have Rodgers, we have Eze, we have Bellingham, we have Foden, we have now Cole Palmer. Like, for me, I think if England need to win this World Cup, I think Cole Palmer needs to be our sixth man. Yeah. And for those that don't know a sixth man is the person that comes off the bench and takes over.
When Tony told me this on WhatsApp yesterday, I thought he was saying that played number 6.
Number 6, yeah. Probably I didn't probably articulate myself, but this is the thing, and this happens. Six men can lead you to championships. Mm-hmm. I saw it in the women's Euros. Chloe Kelly was good enough to start over Beth Mead. Beth Mead is low-key finished. Yeah, but Chloe Kelly actually saved England twice in extra time. Mm-hmm. But she didn't start the next game. Serena Wiegman didn't start her because she knew, if the game is cagey, I can bring on Chloe Kelly, and she changes it, especially against tired legs. It's the same way how I wanted Garnacho for United. And I said, Garnacho gets tired legs, cash money. This is going to be the same with Cole Palmer. Unfortunately, we've got Saka, we've got Bellingham, we've got Kane. Like, Cole Palmer just can't fit. I mean, not going to just shoehorn him into the left, because that's what we used to do, and it's clearly failed.
No, that's Rashford's position.
No, and it's Rashford's position at the moment. But I'm just saying, like, shoehorning people like Joe Cole in the left mid. Like, why is Joe Cole playing left mid? So for us, we need finishers. And now they're calling it in rugby, they're calling it the bomb squad. Like, in rugby, you have finishers. You have people to come off the bench. They're knowing they're coming off the bench, getting these minutes, knowing that they have a job to do. And we can give that to Cole Palmer. We can even give it to other people like Eze and stuff like that, but we'll see. But I think Cole Palmer is the one, because prime example, when he came on in the final, he came on, changed the game. Yeah. And unfortunately, instead of just trying to shoehorn him in, that's a secret weapon that England have. There's not many other teams that can bring on someone of Cole Palmer's level against tired legs. Yeah. And with 6 men, it's not their fault that they're the 6th man. 6 men can start in any other NBA teams. The same, like, if you think of a 6th man, you think of Jamal Crawford, you think of Manu Ginobili, for example. Yeah. Manu Ginobili could have started for how many other NBA teams if he wasn't on that crazy Spurs team at the time. But they knew that when Danny Green comes off the bench, we need Manu, we need you to take over and help this bench unit out. Yeah. So in this situation, that's what we need with Cole Palmer.
Bro, and Andre Iguodala.
Bro, do you know what I mean? Yeah. Max Kellerman was ready to kill us all and giving him the death beam in the last shot. But you need someone like that who is good enough to start anywhere else. But unfortunately, to sacrifice yourself and be a team and win the championship, we need you to do this role for us, brother. And it works. We saw it with Chloe Kelly in the women's Euros. You see it in the NBA all the time. it's not that, and this is the thing with Cole Palmer. It's not like he can't start for England, but in this moment, if we have Cole Palmer coming off the bench, I think England can go all the way because I don't think we have a better starting 11 than France. I don't think we have a better starting 11 than Spain. But Spain right now can't bring on bad man poolers like that. They're bringing on Mikel Merino, blood. If they need a goal. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We can bring on Cole Palmer.
I agree.
That's something that could be England's success to a World Cup.
I agree. I think Cole Palmer off the bench is cash money. I've always thought that. I love Cole Palmer in it, but I can't justify starting him over Jude Bellingham. And for me, the front three is Harry Kane up top, obviously, on the left, Marcus Rashford, who, by the way, Marcus Rashford got a lot of criticism for the last 3 years of his career. Those last 2 loans have been amazing, by the way. Aston Villa, who were playing...
Aston Villa was alright.
Bro, he was not playing for Man United, who were ass and finished 15th, and he went to a Champions League team and was starting games over Ollie Watkins, who's their all-time top goal scorer in the Premier League. Like, that move...
Yeah, but that's because football's football, bro.
Yeah, but...
And Emery saw them both in training and said, yeah...
Yeah, but that's what I mean, the move is great. Because once Aston Villa was like, okay, interesting. He's playing Champions League football and it rehabilitates him to the point where Barcelona were like, okay.
Okay, and now he's starting for Barcelona and he's going to get that move, bro.
Of course, man. And so I'll have Rashford on the left, I'd have Saka on the right, I'd have Kane in the middle. This is another issue about being versatile, right? Everyone says you've got to be versatile. You've got to just add strings to your bow. You've got to be able to play in multiple positions. We're seeing in football right now, which has become ultimately a manager's game. The only guarantees in that front line are Saka and Kane because they're the only 2 players that we know for a fact where you play. Yeah. There's no, like, apart from Ian Wright messing around last time and saying Saka can play left wing.
Hey, but we need it. I heard it, bro. I heard it. To get all the best players on,
Saka is definitively a right winger. Harry Kane's definitively a striker. Those are the only 2 players whose position are set. With Cole Palmer's like, yeah, but we might be able to play him on the left or the right or 10. Same with Bellingham. Maybe he plays a little bit deeper. Versatility is great, right? But in modern football, it's good to just know your position and play your position and know that
makes the job much easier, innit?
Makes the job a lot easier. Like right now, I'm seeing the fact that Miles Lewis-Skelly could drop into midfield as being used against him, saying, I don't know if it works in Tuchel's system. You know what I mean? This versatility thing ain't working, bro. Figure out your role and do it well. Like, and that's what we're seeing right now. So I think you're right with the Cole Palmer thing. I think number 10 is his best position. I think off the bench against tired legs is cash money. And hopefully for all our sakes, if Ghana don't win the World Cup, I want England to win it, and hopefully Tommy T can bring it home.
Don't win it. Let's get Ghana out of the group stage first, man. But yeah, do you want to do a quick bit on the NBA?
What's happening in the NBA?
The only thing I will say is that... Huh?
Nico
Harrison got fired, but we all knew that was coming eventually. OKC, they're 13-1 as of today. No one's talking about it.
Without their second best player.
Without their second best player, they're 13-1. It's the best start in franchise record, and they're coming off the back of a historic season. Why isn't anyone talking about it? Why don't we care? Do
you know, it's so crazy, right? Because what they're doing right now is exactly comparable to Golden State. Golden State won it in 2015, an incredible season. Obviously beat a depleted LeBron, the depleted Cavs team in the final. And you can say to an extent that OKC, because Halliburton's injury in Game 7.
Yeah, bro, that was depleted, bro. If Halliburton stays.
So kind of caught life. But they were a historic team last season, amazing and really good. And then what Golden State did the following season was even better. They were, and this is what OKC are doing. They were even better than they were last year.
We were talking about.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to say. So I think with Golden State, we were captured by the characters. We were captured by, Steve Kerr, the nigga who got punched in the face by Michael Jordan and hit a few important shots in finals. Steph Curry, this light-skinned, the greatest shooter the God ever created, word Stephen A. Smith. Like, we're talking about the Splash Brothers. We're talking, like Klay Thompson's dad played in the league as well. We're talking about Draymond, this crazy-ass nigga that's just mad, but there was more characters we were invested in. Like, I'm sorry, but people don't really care about Alex Caruso. Like, people don't really care about Chet Holmgren.
Which is weird, because Chet had...
These are NPCs.
Chet had more clout going into the league.
Yeah, he did.
Rather than him being in the league.
But at OKC, they became NPCs. At OKC, they became what the Spurs became.
Yeah, well, it's just a team. It's just a team. There's no individual.
And the Spurs, whenever the Spurs won, it wasn't sexy.
Like, we ain't talking about Isaiah Joe and them, man.
Yeah,
and Case of
and whoever the Spurs beat in the finals, we were just like, we wish the other team won. It would have been better. Do you know what I mean? Whoever the Spurs played, like, if the other team won, it would have been like a way better storyline. And whoever OKC play in finals, whoever they play will be like, kind of wish the other team won. Like, and
this is the thing. As of the East right now, Detroit are the first seed. The Knicks are the second. The Pacers look terrible without Halliburton. The Celtics are not the same without Jason Tatum. The Cavs are the Cavs. Like, whoever they face, it's just going to be OKC versus like some other team.
Yeah.
Which is, it's not a good look for the NBA. Like I saw in their 13 and they've only lost one game, bro.
Yeah.
With 15 games in and they've only lost one. And no one.
And the one game they lost, I think it's against Portland, where they just messed up. They should have won that game.
Yeah.
They should be unbeaten right now. I just think people don't care about the characters, and unfortunately, their best player. Do you know what's so crazy right now? And I saw a video about this. There's only 2 guards in NBA history. You say that Shea's a point guard, but I'm saying he's a number 2. I'm saying he's a 2.
He's a point guard officially, but because he's not assisting and the point guard position changed. Steph Curry changed it. Steph Curry changed the point guard position, but he plays at the 1.
I don't know if he does, man.
Like for when we grew up watching basketball, Shea's game is at the number 2, right? Totally agree with you. But positions wise, he plays at the 1, and now that.
But then
point guards don't look to be floor generals as much as they used to be. Like for when we grew up watching basketball, your point guard would get you 20 and 10.
I'm gonna ask ChatGPT.
Yeah, you can ask, and ChatGPT will probably say the same thing, bro. Like when we grew up watching, you were a Clippers fan, right? You grew up watching Chauncey Billups, right? Chauncey Billups wasn't a mad, even though that nigga probably had been right now. He wasn't a mad floor general.
Yeah,
but like he was a scorer as well. But you can relate Shea to more of the 2s when we were growing up. Your Kobe's, your Jordans, your T-Max, that's how Shea plays. But Shea positionally plays at the 1.
Yeah, I
so like we have to call him a point guard. If he go like when he was at the Clippers, he was playing at the 1, bro.
Yeah, I know, but like I just don't agree.
Yeah, you see Steph as a point guard? Because Steph is the person who changed the position.
Yeah, Steph's a point guard.
Yeah, so why is Steph more of a point guard than Shea?
Because you can't have a shooting guard that's like 6'3". You just can't. Like that, just to the eye, to my eye.
And Shea's what, 6'5", 6'6"?
6'6", yeah. ChatGPT said he's a point guard. So point.
Thanks, chat.
But okay, cool. But just in terms of Shea, in modern NBA, if I'm in the way that I view him, the comparisons would be like Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant. Apart from that, bro, he's going to go down as one of the greatest players of all time.
Yeah, bro.
Like
he had an historic season, like last season that only Jordan and Shaq have done, and he scored more points than them.
Bro, scoring leader, MVP, finals MVP,
and won the title. Only Shaq and Jordan have done that.
Bro, it doesn't get much better than that.
And he averaged 30.
But nobody cares.
Because he's Canadian and he calls it and he's Crody. And leave your moms in the hood. Go smoke that shit.
And also his game is, it's not necessarily. But NBA,
it's just not flashy. It's
NBA
not
is in a little bit of trouble though. It's in a little bit of trouble because like,
it's a little bit of trouble when the best team who is putting up historic numbers, we're not talking about.
No one cares about.
I think that's where you think it's in trouble. But let's really get onto the NFL, man.
Yeah, there's so many stories. All right, let's do it then. Let's do it. Okay, so we were texting last night during the Denver Broncos Kansas City Chiefs game. Bear in mind, Patrick Mahomes has dog walked the AFC West for the last
since he stepped foot in.
Yeah, he ain't never not won it, and his record against teams in the AFC West is insane. Mm-hmm. Like he has dog walked that division. But yesterday felt different. Yesterday felt like a changing of the guard because as good as Denver have been, there was an ultimate feeling throughout that game that Kansas City are going to figure out a way to win it. That's how I felt. When you were going down and not scoring touchdowns and just only getting 3 points, I'm like, this is going to go one way. When Patrick Mahomes makes that crazy play on 3rd down, only he can make that
the
throw.
Way, like Tony Romo said it in commentary, the ball placement, he said there's 99.9% of people on earth that can make that throw. And I look back at it, like, even though that was just a go route for Tyreek Thornton, where the ball hit,
it was insane.
It was a place where it was Jaquan McMillan. McMillan couldn't get it, and only, like, do you know how Tom Brady said it, the best quarterbacks put the ball in a place where only the receivers can grab it.
Yeah.
And that was that. And to do that on like a 50, 60-yard bomb, I said.
Bro, with like, bear in mind.
With someone at his face.
Bro,
like,
you're the best. You're a historically great team in terms of rushing the passer.
Yeah.
Like, you guys are on a historic pace. You even slowed down a little bit recently. But for him to make that throw, I just said, okay, that's going to be game. And like Travis Kelce played well, Chris Jones played well. Like,
bro, it was so jarring. Chris Jones, Chris Jones has not done anything.
He's been shit this season.
He's been rubbish this year. And then, you could see it.
Yeah.
You could see like, Travis. When was the last time Travis Kelce scored a touchdown?
Bro,
like
the way he broke the tackle, I was like,
that was prime Travis Kelce, right? In the playoff, and I was just thinking, oh man, like I was on FaceTime to my girl, and like even though I was on FaceTime, like I was there, she's like, "You watching the game?" I said, "Bro, Travis Kelce just scored a touchdown." Like I was starting to get a bit nervous.
Yeah.
I don't usually get shaky, but I just saw it wasn't like, he's throwing to Xavier Worthy. Like we had that pattern,
Yeah.
But you had the Chris Jones, you had the Travis Kelce, you had Mahomes doing Mahomes things. It just smelled like the Chiefs. Regardless of what happens, regardless if you're doing well, the Chiefs are going to figure out a way to do it.
But unfortunately for the Chiefs, they've run into a Denver Broncos team. Now, do you know what the really scary and crazy thing is? And this is probably why I'm a little bit critical of Bo Nix. It's like, you're the best defensive team in the league without the defensive player of the year playing right now, which is crazy. Which is actually mad. Like the defense it's abnormal to watch. I watched a few of your games in full. I'm just like, it's weird. You just don't. Whether the team gets into the red zone, whatever happens, the game just doesn't work out where the other team scores points. It's crazy. Yeah. But Sean Payton is one of the greatest offensive minds the game has ever seen. So the reason why I'm critical of Bo Nix is I'm like, I've seen Sean Payton. Drew Brees was a good quarterback. When he was at the Chargers, he was decent. But when he came to New Orleans, he became something crazy. Yeah. And I just said, if you give Sean Payton just like something, he'll make you into... Bro, I think you should have both the best offense and the best defense in the league.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, that's how I feel. Because you've got Sean Payton as the head coach. But you've got the best defense, but the offense just stutters and spurts. And Bo Nix played really well yesterday, by the way. Don't let anybody gaslight you because of the numbers. Like, he didn't throw any touchdowns, but he was
That's the first time, fun fact, the only two quarterbacks with a touchdown in every single at least one passing touchdown in every single game was Lamar Jackson and Bo Nix. And they both did not score passing touchdown.
But Bo Nix was clutch yesterday. He's got his feet set. He's good when he's passing on the move, but he got his feet set, made a couple of clutch throws on third downs. And I said, yeah, this is what you need to win a Super Bowl. So I'll throw it to you as a Broncos fan. 9-2. You think you could be 11-0? I could argue you could be 7-4. Some of your wins in the fourth quarter have just been.
Some of our wins have been Fugazi 100%, but our losses were
also Fugazi. Yeah,
we shouldn't have lost to the Chargers. We shouldn't have lost to the Colts.
First of all, are you going to win this division?
Yeah, division. I think that was the game.
Okay,
we could win because now we've got a bye week, but then we've got the Commanders without Jaden. We all thought. Going into the season, we thought this Commanders game, Jaden versus Bo, Monday Night Football, this is going to be like can we make the playoffs? But we're not even thinking about the playoffs. Now, can we win the division? And yesterday, the fact that we're now 2-1 in the division, the fact that we're now 9-2, it's going to take... The Chargers ain't winning the division. The Chargers are the Chargers, and the Chiefs are not coming back to win the division. Yeah. So it's in our hands, and we could wrap up the division by Christmas Day in Arrowhead, which would be lovely because we were supposed to win in Arrowhead last year into that BS blocked field goal. The thing is now with Denver, and I'm being realistic, is, okay, J.K. Dobbins is now out for the season.
You used to be able to run the ball, bro. You man couldn't run the ball yesterday.
We couldn't run the ball yesterday. And us without running the ball, it was nice that we saw a bit of Evan Ingram. Pat Bryant had his best game as a Bronco so far, and we went down to him on third down. I like Pat Bryant because when we drafted him, Sean Payton said he's got some Michael Thomas in him. And we've been going to him at third downs, and that's what the Saints used to do to Michael Thomas all the time. So if that nigga can just do a little slants for me, that's fine. Troy Franklin has had a very good season. It's nice that Marvin Mims has come back. But this is the thing. Unfortunately, our offense, there's a discrepancy between our defense and offense. Now, when it comes to the playoffs, talent normally prevails over good teams.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
So
you need to be able to put up points on the board.
And our offense, and even though this is the thing, we need to be able to put our points on the board, and I think we can. But because our defense is so good, is that we need to limit teams, which I think we now can do, and I think we've shown that. But it's without J.K. Dobbins, how many points are we going to put up on the board? How many points are we going to put up against these talented teams? It's going against teams like maybe the Patriots, because the Patriots have a talented defense too. Yeah. Even though we beat the Texans, who have one of the best defenses in the league, like we didn't put up that many points against the Texans, but we've done what we needed to do to get the job done. So because even though the Broncos have been, what people don't know about the Broncos is that we've been in a lot of these one possession games, not under Sean Payton, but for a very long time. But we were losing these one possession games. Now we've learned how to win. One of the first things Sean Payton did say is I need to teach this team how to win. So now that we're starting to win these one possession games, it's good. Do I think we can win the Super Bowl? I would like to say yeah, but I'm being realistic. I still think we need to learn to see what we're really like in the playoffs, bro.
Real quick one on the one possession game. I think those things are dangerous, right? Because think about the Chiefs last season. I think they're 13-0 in one possession.
Yeah,
games.
bro.
And
Chiefs were doing what we were doing last season,
and now they're 0-5. Like I think those things eventually level out. So you eventually want to get to the point where it's not just one possession games. You want to be slapping teams because eventually those things will. NFL was such an incidental game. A bad call, a drop pass, and all of a sudden you've lost that game.
And penalties.
Penalties. And my issue with the Broncos is say the other team starts with the ball in the first half in the playoff game, they score a touchdown. You are 3 and out, and then they score another big touchdown. You're 14 points down. I don't know if I back you to get out of that hole. And
our defense will give us opportunities.
We'll give you opportunities,
but for our offense to get out of that in the playoffs against some maybe top 15, top 10 defense, I still don't think we're there.
It's tough, and I think you're better than the Bills. You are better than the Bills. But what I saw, I really like what I saw from the Bills yesterday because it was Josh Allen just putting on the cape and I know people don't like the interceptions, but I'm like, when Josh Allen's playing like that, you got a chance. The game's going to be crazy, but I think he's going to put on the cape and just...
Yeah, bro, 3 rushing touchdowns, 3 passing touchdowns. He just plays Madden, bro. And just says,
I love it. I thought so I think you've come up against a team like that whose defense is decent and they've got an elite quarterback, you could be in problems. But I'm very impressed, bro. That game last night really impressed me because I think everybody who was watching it, apart from Broncos fans, probably felt inevitably Kansas City going to find a way to win this game. And now they're 5-5, bro. Let's talk about the Chiefs real quickly. Bear in mind, everybody thought the Ravens were done. Like, they had a terrible start to the season. Lamar was out, losing games. I think they've won that 4 in a row now.
They're 5-5 as well.
They're 5-5. That's the same record as the Kansas City Chiefs, who are currently 3rd in the AFC West, bro. Mm-hmm. I don't think it's going to happen, but they could miss the playoffs. They are playing against the Indianapolis Colts next week. And people can say the Colts are not for real, but the Colts record is the Colts record.
Yeah.
If Kansas City lose that, they are
5-6, bro.
after 11 games.
11 games is crazy.
It's very scary.
I still think this is the thing. Like, if the Broncos are ever going to try reach the Super Bowl, we just need to get the number 1 seed and make the road to
as easy as possible.
Yeah, just make sure that like if we face Kansas City,
it's in Mile High.
It's in Mile High, right? So,
yes.
But Kansas City still make the playoffs. They'll figure it out. They will figure it out. They're Kansas City, I think. As long as you have Patrick Mahomes, they will figure it out.
Are you sure?
Yeah, they'll figure it out. The one thing I will say, though, is that I don't see Kansas City... Like, this is the time... Do you remember during Tom Brady's period, Tom Brady era? So he won... His last Super Bowl was in 2005. And then,
when the first one?
The first ones.
Yeah.
And then from 2004... Even though he reached a Super Bowl in 2007
and 2010.
And 2010, he lost those ones, right?
Yeah.
He didn't win another Super Bowl till what?
2014.
Exactly. So that's 9 years. And this was in the Tom Brady era where people were going to get this. I think now this could be for the first time in this Patrick Mahomes era where people might get theirs. And so we've only seen Matthew Stafford do it and Jalen Hurts do it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
So in the AFC, these are the times to do it because the Chiefs, as long as that nigga's under center, he will still be fine. Whether the Chiefs are good or not are down to the Chiefs and down to team building. Yeah. But as long as Patrick Mahomes is there, and don't get it twisted, you can't always, like, Tom Brady's the GOAT. But there was a good 9 years where he got to Super Bowls, but he wasn't winning them. Yeah. So even though the AFC West is the Patrick Mahomes Invitational, not the AFC West, the AFC Championship, I still think the AFC Championship game could be played a Mile High and the Kansas City Chiefs are still in it. And it's still the Patrick Mahomes Invitational.
Do you think?
Brother, it could be. He's the devil, man. Like we saw yesterday, if it wasn't for us having an historic defense, and bear in mind, we gave them nearly 200 yards in penalties. Yeah. It was absolutely ridiculous. But there was
but most of that's on Moss. Most of that's PIs on Moss, mate.
Yeah, but they're still in the game.
Yeah, they're still in the game.
Still in the game.
They're still in the game.
I
think it's a bit different, man. I think it's a bit different this year. Like I saw Jacksonville beat them. I see you, man, beat them. I've seen them lose a few games where I'm just like...
But let's say if they make the playoffs, if it's do or die...
No one wants to see them. No one wants to see them.
No one wants to see them.
Yeah, that's the problem. That's the problem.
It's the team you don't want to see.
Yeah, no one wants to see them. You'd rather play against anybody else.
I don't mind the Colts in the playoffs. I want the Colts again, bro. Like, I think we should beat them. I don't mind the Colts. I don't mind the Steelers. I don't mind even Baltimore right now because that defense sucks.
At this moment in time, who's your MVP?
Jonathan Taylor.
What, over Matthew Stafford?
It's got to be Stafford. Yeah, because Stafford won yesterday.
Bro, they keep on winning. And his numbers are great.
And they're 9-2 as well. His numbers are great. It would be nice.
What, for Stafford?
It would be nice because...
What, for Stafford or Taylor?
No, for Jonathan Taylor, because if Jonathan Taylor wins the MVP and Saquon didn't, like, the Colts are not winning the Super Bowl. But if Jonathan Taylor wins MVP and Saquon didn't last year, like, their records are quite similar, even though Jonathan Taylor's got more touchdowns.
Taylor's got loads of touchdowns.
But Saquon has more yards at the moment. So, yeah, it would be nice, and it would be nice for a running back. But, yeah, probably Matthew Stafford in a minute. I think Matthew Stafford is that guy. And it's nice that his injury was so crazy. I think with not this win against the Seahawks, but the week before.
Just above 500 now. That's for...
They had that nigga in the trenches in Michigan. What the hell, bro?
I know. Do you know what's so crazy? Because I watched Jared Goff play, and again, Eagles aren't amazing, but they keep on winning games. But I watched Jared Goff playing against the Eagles yesterday for Detroit. And I said, if Stafford would be able to just play in this Detroit team, he'd be amazing. It's so unfortunate. The period that he was there, he had Megatron for a bit of it, but they were so bad, man. So bad. I felt, but now he's building up he's going to go into Hall of Fame.
Yeah, 100%.
I feel like he's already got a Super Bowl. He got Super Bowl MVP. I think he wins the regular season MVP this year, and then that's a guaranteed Hall of Fame career. But what could have been? There's so many wasted years in Detroit where he was actually an elite quarterback, but we just never saw it. Quickly on that, in the NFC, who's your pick? Like at the moment, at this point in the season.
Oh, the NFC is the Rams. I don't think anyone can beat the Rams right now. Like,
you don't think that the Eagles can beat the Rams?
Even though the Eagles might have a late surge,
yeah,
I'm still just a bit skeptical of them.
What are you skeptical about?
Because
AJ Brown.
It's not even AJ Brown. AJ Brown's always going to be jarred, and as long as Jalen Hurts is your quarterback, when you have AJ Brown, Devontae Smith, like, he's not going to get his. And AJ Brown should have known that going to the Eagles, you weren't going to be the same guy you were in Tennessee.
But he was last season and the season before, though.
To an extent, but he still wasn't the guy that he was in Tennessee.
He kind of was, though. He got like 1 year season, got like 1,400 yards, bro.
Yeah.
That's a lot of yards.
That's a lot of yards. But like with Tennessee, he was the guy.
Yeah.
With the Eagles,
he's trying to win.
He's trying to win, and it's doing whatever it takes to win. Like, they can do it without you, bro. If they need to go run the ball and get a tush push down, that doesn't involve you.
Yeah.
So,
and it's rare. If you think about the pantheon of like great wide receivers, like the great ones have normally got one chip. Obviously, Jerry Rice is the GOAT. He's got multiple chips. But more time, if you get your chip as a receiver, you're more inclined to go somewhere where we can just get numbers. Because, like, you've got your chip now. Like
Tyreek.
Yeah. Like, go and get your bread and go and get your numbers, because you don't really get credited with the winning. And I was like, it's him, you're just an ancillary piece that is so dependent on the quarterback. And if you're not getting, if AJ Brown wins another Super Bowl this year, but his numbers are ass, no one's going to be like, you know what I mean? No one's going
to put him in the top 5 quarterbacks because he's won 2 rings.
Yeah. No one's, but you do have quarterbacks all the time. NFL is heating up, bro. I'm glad I'm locked back in this season, because there's so many narratives, so many stories.
So the thing, bro, the AFC is crazy. Like, the AFC is so wide open. It feels like 2015 again with the Broncos, the Colts, and the Patriots having a really good
year. Bro,
year.
The Steelers are top.
Steelers are always in and amongst it.
They're top of their division.
Quick one on Shedeur, because I think Zach will kill us. Zach will kill us.
PSA for all them niggas that I root for Shedeur. Mm-hmm. I root for Travis Hunter. Mm-hmm. I just said, slow your roll. Because with Travis Hunter, I'm so sorry. There's a reason why people don't do it. There's a reason why people don't play on the offense and the defense in the NFL. There's a reason why people don't do that regularly. I got told you could do that at a high level on both sides of the ball. We ain't seeing that. Well, and eventually, he got hurt.
He got hurt.
And he's out for the rest of the season. With Shedeur, I'm not going to call the Shedeur one too early. I'm not going to take a victory lap just yet, because it was...
Victory lap? Nah. Say your truth, nigga. Like, victory. See?
You know what it is?
Yeah, see?
You know what it is? It's like when somebody, like, when you and Zach are like, yeah, he's the truth, I'm like...
Nah, listen, I never said he's the truth. Bro, I just don't like the fact that he was a first-round talent.
Do you know what? Do you know why I push back on it? Because the NFL is a league that don't give a fuck about anything. There's more domestic abusers. There's more everything in that league. They do not give a shit.
Yep.
You will still go in the first round no matter what you've done.
Unless you read Mein Kampf. Probably if you do, bro.
Even if you do, bro. You know what I mean? Like, Harrison Butker still plays in the league.
Brother, do you know, I promise you, yesterday, bro, I was on FaceTime with my girl, and when they scored a field goal, I said, Harrison Butker with the kick. I said,
House of Butker's still in the
I
league.
said, I said, what's that? I said, what's his
They don't care, bro. House of Butker, they'll be like legendary. Do you know what I mean? They do not care.
I know Justin Tucker going to get a job if someone doesn't kick ever again, bro.
Yeah, bro. So I think it's a league that doesn't care. And I get Dion had rubbed people up the wrong way. But to drop that far down, I didn't watch too much Colorado at college, in college ball. You can't have been that guy. You can't have been that guy.
Listen, this isn't even a black people thing. There was people on draft night saying the fact that Shedeur has dropped this down it wasn't due to his talent. Because you're gonna see, like, brother, if they didn't really want him, they wouldn't have started playing him. Like I told you, Shedeur's gonna come in when Dylan Gabriel stinks it up eventually. And Dylan Gabriel was taken in the third or fourth. So this is the thing. I saw there was a couple first downs that looked nice, and then in fairness, he should have had a touchdown. One of his wide receivers sold him out. Like the ball was placed nice. I think now if Shedeur's named the starter, he'll get some actual reps with the first team. Because bear in mind, he only just became the backup quarterback like a couple weeks ago. Before he was the third, so he's not playing with the first team. Like he's on game day, he's not there. He's on IR, bro.
What level do you think he's at? Like, well, if he gets to start for the Cleveland Browns next season, what kind of level is he at? Give me competence, not competence of style of play, but competence of level he can reach. Is he as good as Drake May? Is he as good as Bo Nix? Is he as good as Caleb? Is he as good as CJ Stroud? Is he as good as any of these? Like, is he as good as Kyler Murray?
Yeah, but Kyler Murray was a first round pick.
Yeah, that's what. But apparently, this is what this guy should have been.
No, he should have been.
Like, is he as good as? Is he as good as Joe Flacco?
That's hard to say. Is Joe Flacco's the Super Bowl winning champion?
Is he as good as Aaron Rodgers?
Like you're giving me. Well, this is the thing with Shedeur.
Like, who is he better than? He's better than Justin Fields?
Yeah.
In the league, who is Shedeur in terms of starting? Is he better than Penix?
Could be. Will Levis is start. Davis Mills was starting for the Texans the other day. Like there's still like you will see with Shedeur. If Shedeur starts his game, like you will see that. Oh, you know what? Why did this guy drop to the fifth? Like I'm not on Zach being like, oh, he's the truth. He's gonna be like the next big thing.
Would you swap Bo Nix for Shedeur? No way, bro. No
I don't know, bro. I can't say that because I can't say that because I've seen way more of a sample size of Bo Nix. But if I needed a quarterback and Shedeur was my quarterback, and like we were doing this with Denver, and if he brother, I just know, once he gets that touchdown and I see that whatever he's rocking and he does that celebration. But Cleveland want him to do well. They clearly, like, you saw the amount of 12 jerseys that were there, bro. Like, let's just, like, do you know that meme where he's like, yeah, fuck that hole for me 5. Like, yeah, do it for me 12.
Yeah,
do it for me, man.
I hear it, but we'll see in it. I know Zach is glad that he got his first start. He's over in Thailand right now.
No, it wasn't even his start, bro. He came in mid-game.
Sorry, not first start. He got his first,
his first reps.
Reps as a starter.
He got a couple first downs, and he was shifty out of the pocket.
We'll see, bro. I'm just not too sure. Okay, I know we're doing NFL. Before we wrap up, can I just talk about Esteval really quickly?
Yeah, go on.
Really, really quickly, because I'm ready to go the full way with it.
Swear.
The full way with it. And I know it's only against Senegal, and I know that it was...
I haven't seen the goal, but you know what? I need to watch the goal. But the thing is, ask John Terry how good he is.
Bro, any time you just see Esteval's play something, he's doing something. It's either a goal or assist. He's like every single time. It's abnormal how good he is. And I got cooked for saying that. I'm going to say it again on this podcast. I compare it to Cristiano Ronaldo in terms of when Ronaldo first came to Manchester United in 2003. In his first season, 03-04, he played 29 games. He started 25 league games. He started 15 of those, and 14 of those were off the bench. And bear in mind, in his first game against Bolton, we all saw how talented and how good he was. And that was the start of Man United's lean period where he went a few years without winning the league, and it was probably the worst Alex Ferguson's team in the Premier League era. But he still took his time with. He took his time with him, and Ronaldo's good enough to start, but he took his time with him. Coming from a different league, kind of needed to get up to the physical levels of the Premier League. There was probably Man United fans at the time asking him for him to start, especially because Beckham weren't there no more. But Ferguson took his time with him, and there's Chelsea fans out there crying for the fact that Esteval's not starting. Our starting wingers right now are Garnacho and Pedro Neto, and Esteval's giving you a nice 20-30 minutes off the bench, but the levels at which I think this guy can get to, I don't think the Ronaldo comparisons are crazy because the Ronaldo kind of expectation when he first came to Manchester United or when he signed from Sporting Lisbon, this player's going to be world class. And obviously he took it to a different level. I think Estevao, in terms of the talk out of Brazil, when this nigga was coming up, was like, this guy is the truth.
I was watching
and he's come to we can say it's the best league in the world. He's come to the most competitive, most physical league in the world. And every time he gets on the ball, he looks better than everybody. At 18 years old. He is the same age as Lamine Yamal. And the fact that he hasn't got blistering pace, the fact that he hasn't got like a superpower, it's like when Ronaldo came, it was like, this guy's just his feet are just better than everyone. Like he's just more techie than everyone. Like, and obviously he refined his game. Estevao hasn't got a go-to superpower. He's just better than everybody that he's playing up against. For Brazil, he starts. For Brazil, he is obviously Vinicius is their star man. But when I'm seeing that game, they're giving the ball to Estevao.
It won't be for long, bro. Vinicius.
Bro, I am.
How many Brazilian goals does Vinicius have, bro?
I don't know, but you got an issue with Vinicius. You have.
I just have an issue with Brazil at the moment, bro. Like, I was saying this the other day. These men could start Joe Linton in a World Cup.
Yeah, but he won't start.
But he could be in the squad, bro.
He won't start. Yeah, but like I think it's.
I don't think he will.
It's return. Like,
it's returning with your Estevaos and them, man. But
you got Rodrigo there. Is he Brazilian? No, who knows? you've got Vinicius. Who's in midfield? Casemiro starting the other day. It's crazy.
He's the captain now, bro.
Yeah.
So this is the thing with Brazil. Like I grew up with Brazil having so much talent where you couldn't even fit people like who used to come off the bench for them, bro. Like you could have played. I remember there was a time you could play Ronaldo, Rivaldo, Kaká, Ronaldinho.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're still missing people like Robinho. Like,
yeah.
How could you fit him? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Nah, you could name Robinho. Like, do you know what I mean? You can name him as a footballer. I'm not saying anything else about him.
Yeah, true. But you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So don't get twisted. Estevao's restoring the feeling. And I get it's lovely to have at your club as
restoring the feeling, bro. Like the real
we've got our own little Estevao coming soon.
Who?
No, I'm joking. Nah, Shea Lacey, though. Shea Lacey's coming, bro. He's coming.
Come on, man.
No, he's not Estevao level.
No, Estevao's the truth. And I just want to put it on document. I've done it on TalkSport. I want to do it on our podcast. Estevao's the truth. And within a couple of seasons, he will be the best winger in the Premier League.
Right, let's wrap it up there. Thank you for watching another episode of RNS. Like, share, subscribe, all of that. Until next time, people.